And we're on, baby. We're back. It's confidently wrong.
I was expecting the theme song. I was so excited.
Brother, we are not that high tech over here.
Let's go.
Had like the recording light on, recording in session.
On
We're
air.
rolling. Nah, we're in my bedroom. We got Pat, our co-host, and we have Nate Curran on the podcast, everybody. Dude, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you doing it, dude. Sorry for the back and forth. I know you were like, we finally pinned down a date. You're like, well, it is Mother's Day. Do you guys want to? And I was like, well, hey, we're free.
Fuck yeah,
we are free. Calendar's open.
Speaking of Mother's Day, I got you guys some Mother's Day gifts.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You're way too kind, dude. Thank you so
there
much.
is that for you.
Oh, man.
There is that for you.
Thank you. God damn, we came empty-handed.
It's fine. I feel like
Mountain Dew.
I feel like there's too many moms in the world, and I just feel like we're gonna lower that sperm count on you boys.
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna have protected sex. No more moms.
Hey, brother, if I drink enough of this, I don't even need these.
Yeah. What kind are these? Are these the...
I think that's for her pleasure.
Who needs this?
Hey, Mama. Mama would be proud. Mama would be proud.
Goddamn right.
A true gentleman, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate
very
you
nice.
for the condoms and
we're
Mountain Dew, dude.
we're
I'm such a
bad
giver.
hosts.
I'm going to be honest. I was a little bit worried it was going to be an expensive gift. I feel so fucking bad.
I felt like an asshole.
Those are condoms that were just wasting away in my fucking drawer.
Just erotic.
So it was 2 Mountain Dews.
Hell yeah, brother.
Well,
thank you
for the bit,
thank
baby.
you. I appreciate it.
That's
Well,
so fucking funny.
I feel like most women that I've met don't like the special, the like over the top condoms, you know, like the
Over
her
the
pleasure. Yeah, the weird ones where it's like fire and ice.
I thought you meant like
You know?
extreme.
Yeah, why do we want it burning? Why do we want it?
Yeah, burning and
I've
freezing.
been told that's always a bad thing for that area. To
Yeah, I would
some-
love to not feel in that area.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. Too much feeling.
Yeah.
I've heard ice is pretty cool though. I've never had a blowjob with ice, but I've been told.
Ooh, like an
phenomenal
ice
thing.
cube in the mouth.
That could be
Ooh.
cool.
We tried that. I tried that back in my day.
What?
It's pretty nice.
You gave us a gift. Let's give you a gift.
Here's an ice blowjob.
I'll get the cubes. Get them ready.
Yeah, I feel like all the extra bullshit condoms just seem dumb to me. Like one time I tried eating a flavored condom.
Oh.
No flavor at all.
It's not for you.
Tastes like rubber. Huh? Well, she tried it too. It doesn't taste like anything.
She was like,
I
nothing.
thought it was
Yeah,
like
let me
taste.
see that.
It's a taste only women can taste.
Yeah.
It's like a dog whistle.
Yeah.
Right. The bitch taste buds.
The really useless condoms are those Magnum boys. What do we?
That's just
Who
made
needs
up.
them?
Stop bragging.
Yeah.
Fuck, I tried one on one time, and nope,
Yeah.
it's not.
Even normal ones is kind of like, all right.
Yeah,
There's
have a lot
there's
to
so
work
much
with.
extra.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're right.
I used to know this girl who went to Bowdoin for school, and she was telling me that when she went there was this guy, and he was like a legend on campus because he apparently had a dick that was so big he could not fuck anybody, and so apparently he was like the nicest guy, like so sweet, like not even like a douchebag like you'd hope in your head for justice,
right.
but just like
the
a
worst
genuinely,
person.
like genuinely a sweet guy that everyone wanted to sleep with, and then everyone was just like, I can't do it. It's just
literally
too big.
can't do
And
it.
he was like, I understand.
Yeah.
It's
Just,
It's a gift and a curse.
it's like a Greek tragedy.
It really, there's something biblical about that.
well, flicker bean if you want.
Yeah. I can go down on you.
Yeah.
I don't know why he has that accent in my
That
mind.
would,
but,
suck, that would suck if his tongue also moves too fast
Yeah.
or something. Like, it's literally, he can't. It's like a motorboat.
He is Gene Simmons' tongue. Kiss.
roll his
curse.
R's amazingly.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Can't speak Spanish either.
Yeah.
He's just, he can roll, but he can't keep. Oh man, he's cursed. A
Yeah.
truly cursed individual.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of must suck though to have an absolutely huge penis.
Mm.
It's got to suck
Yeah.
a little bit.
I think
With
so.
a
think
moment
so.
like that,
It's
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
overrated.
I can't even get
Exactly.
laid.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for a while. It is overrated.
Because, I
my
mean,
stance.
a vagina's got to only be able to get so deep, right? I assume. I don't
Yeah, you have some outliers. You have some deep, wide vaginas out there that they need a fucking tongue like that. But those are outliers.
Yeah.
Would you? I'm just assuming that we're all Irish, right?
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
all-
yeah.
Yeah.
The day that you found out you were average, did you want to kill yourself? Because I did. Did that make you
I
want
was
to kill
bummed
yourself?
out.
It hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt.
I was just like, I'm the best at everything.
Yeah.
But like I found out early because like porn in like middle school, right? You're like, oh, they're so much bigger than me. But in your mind, you're like, well, it's gonna get better. The gap's gonna get smaller.
Yeah.
One day I'll be like Jackson's Fury.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I've only ever been bullied by one person about like dick size.
Really?
Yeah.
You remember that one person though?
It was you.
Wait, really? Like your dad?
I don't think I've ever even seen your dick.
I know, you just did it just for the love of the game.
Just shooting from the hip. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know if you know this about our lore. I was a pretty bad brother to Pat.
What is the age difference?
Year and a half.
Okay, so Irish twins, basically.
Yeah, but also like just enough to be like in the same school all the time, but not close enough to be friends.
Right, right. And we had like a best friend that we shared, and then he ended up like transferring to our high school. So I spent like 3 weeks just hyping this kid up. Like, dude, my friend Peter, he's the fucking best. You're all gonna fucking love him. And I didn't do any. I was like, yeah, don't ignore my weird brother and his transition lenses.
Dude, you were just following around with transitions.
Dude, it's so I went to go get them, and they pitched me on them, and they're like, "They're sunglasses when you want them, glasses when you need them." And I was like, "That's awesome." They didn't tell me that it's also sunglasses for half hour after you're out of the sun. So just the whole first class of high school every day, I just looked like a fucking psycho.
Right. You just look like a blind kid.
Yeah.
Did you have siblings?
They're all still here. I'm the youngest of 5, dude.
Really?
Nut house.
Damn. No wonder you're a comic.
Yeah. Right. I was like, someone pay attention to me.
You got to fight for it.
Dude. So 3 older sisters and an older brother.
Is your brother the very oldest?
Yes.
Ooh.
So sandwiched.
Damn. What's the age difference?
So the oldest is 10 years. Marcus is 10 years older than me.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
damn.
So spread all throughout.
Yeah, kind of closer than I can imagine having a brother like 20 years older than me.
Right,
and they're out there. They're like, "Oh, is that your dad?" You're like,
no relationship at all.
Well,
basically a dad. Yeah.
Casey's got that joke about having a brother that's like 15 years older than him, and that I can't imagine that.
Let's just do our friends' jokes.
That's I want to do the joke.
Casey has a what?
Yeah,
Casey's got 2 brothers.
Get bullied by her big brother.
Yeah,
15 years. That's such a fucking gap.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I feel like that's almost enough where it's kind of like it's almost just like a kid from another family, you know?
Right.
Like you've been gone the whole time.
You don't even like pick on your little brother. That's like what's the beauty about having a little brother. I don't know. I don't have a little brother, but like my older sisters picked on me all. Dude, they used to hold me down and tickle me. And like all 3 of them would just gang up and fucking tickle me, dude. Oh, and you're 4 years old, like you do anything.
Did they all like kind of dote on you, like the baby Nate, or like was it like kind of mean? Was it mean ever, or just doting?
No, they were preoccupied with each other. They did not get along very. Like really? 2 of them specifically. I remember one time my sister Sarah was putting up like I don't know NSYNC posters or whatever, and had tacks in her hand. The other one said something. She like punched her with tacks in her hand.
Oh shit, dude! Like, holy fuck!
And the younger sister did like the stereotypical "I'm leaving" and put like a fucking thing on the end of a
like a little bindle.
I'm out of here and left for like an hour and a half.
Right.
I always wonder if any kids ever actually done that and then like got on a train and so the parents are like, hey, they found him 3 times
swinging off the end of it.
Yeah,
sure. There's a whole industry built off that, dude.
But I mean, like now, like I wonder if any kids ever like ran away in like 2005 and was like, I'm gonna run away and hit the rails, and then like they somehow do it.
Dude, I dream of that. I would love just to hop on a train, like just see where it fucking goes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's
do it right now. Let's stop this recording. Let's hit the rail
bring
yard.
The camera will make some content out of it.
The world is our oyster, my man.
Let's be fucking homeless, dude. Let's just travel, ride the rails, see what
the train is our home, baby.
That's right. That's right, dude. I fall asleep to the sounds of the tracks rolling.
I love it.
You know, that's
I went to Boston a couple weeks ago, and I was on the train, and I'm telling you, there was this guy sleeping next to us. I've never seen less of a chin on a human being in my entire life. But he had this little tiny soul patch, very, very bad beard, like just barren. And he was sleeping, and it was his neck went out further than like where his chin was supposed to be.
Man,
and I took a picture.
You gotta take a picture, bro. You have to take a picture.
I feel like the worst person in the world. But
can we see this picture?
I
see this picture. And while we're doing this, I'm gonna pull up train photos as well because I have a pretty good one as well.
It doesn't seem possible that there could be that small of a chin,
right. And it's got to hurt even more coming from like your just incredible beard. You know?
You nice beard took a picture.
Very clearly, I have a very small chin. Like that's why I have this. But this guy is just
oh my god, that's brutal.
Oh, it's so
you can't have a goatee with that.
Man. You're like Buzz.
I'm kidding. Now you can't show Buzz.
I'm kidding.
Buzz is gonna beat the shit out of you.
It's like Buzz always goes. I feel like I've seen Buzz at a couple roasts, and he takes it the worst out of that. Like he's the guy who can handle it.
He doesn't want to be there for some reason. He hates. At the Nick is Cute roast, he actually did good by just saying how much he didn't want to be there.
I liked that a lot, actually.
That's a good move. He's like, I didn't prepare at all. Fuck all you guys. You're idiots, dude.
And I kind of thought he was kidding. I can't find that picture, by the way, but it was a guy that looked just like Chris D'Elia. It's like a homeless Chris D'Elia, and the caption says Chris delayed off.
Oh, that's good.
I was pretty proud of that one. Yeah. But anyways, circling back to Buzz, like I kind of got the vibe he was kidding when we were like at the roast, and then I go to the bar and he's like vein popping out of his head, furiously angry.
Oh man,
the man has self-respect. He's like, I don't want to fucking take this from these fucking losers.
He's like, I'm just a fucking punching bag. This is bullshit.
It's like, no, I gained respect for Buzz there. I was like, dude, good for you, man.
I respect it, but like you can just say no,
right? So you don't need to do it.
Nah, he can't though. It's a comedy. It was a comedy mill production.
Yeah, that's true.
Comedy mill. Speaking of. Yes, one of the godfathers of the comedy mill. He's got the shirt. Plug
great merch.
Go to the open mic every Wednesday. Dude, I'm not just saying this to like suck your dick or whatever.
Suck it away.
You guys are building a great thing there, man. The open mic is a lot of fucking fun.
It is honestly the only open mic where I can think about it and be like, there will be people there. I can drive there and there will be people.
We just go out to the bar and we say, hey, you guys want to see someone bomb? And they're like, yes, I do want to see that. It's beautiful. We get to pick away at
and there's so many, like, I don't know, things happen there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit fucking happens, dude. And it's fucking great, dude.
We have the reins, like, so, like, loosely in our hands. Like, we can kind of control it, but we like to see the chaos that ensues.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Just let it ride, bro.
It's just a fun crew, too. You guys got a good crew of people.
Fuck yeah. I love comedy. I love fucking what everyone does. I want to give a space where everyone can be free. Sometimes people are too free.
A little bit too free. A little free. Has anyone taken their dick out?
Not yet.
I'm shocked that hasn't
Not yet.
The closest we've gotten is like Buzz sticking his thumb through his fly. It's pretty funny.
I think he's done that a couple of times. That's
it's a good move.
Yeah, it's a great callback he's been doing. I'd say
it's a running gag we have.
I'd say I'm going to set the over under at a year and a half for that. I think I would say under. I think in the next year and a half, there will be peen.
Yeah, there's got to be.
Yeah,
any tits
at Mulligan's?
Any tits flashed?
No, there's been no nudity,
make the pores stronger. I don't know what they need to do, but we got to fucking stir the pot.
They do not need to make the pores stronger. I'm telling you right now, they do not need to do that. It is dangerous. I've stopped getting mixed drinks because I know them so well and I tip them so well. So they're like, oh, they love you heavy. Oh, yeah. They're like, I'm like, tequila soda. They're like, tequila soda. 2, and I'm like, I'm going to get arrested. I don't even have to drive. I would just say if I'm walking outside. Thursdays suck at work.
No, I'm sure.
What do you do for work, by the way?
I am a fire alarm technician.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, like, I did Main Med. and did the inspection on their thing. It took me like 2 months with another guy. So I basically just go around, make sure everything's working good.
Nice.
Every once in a while, I'll change out some fucking horn strobes, or I'm not going to get into. Yeah, but yeah.
Seems cool though.
Is that a union job or
no? I used to be a drywaller. That makes more sense, I think, for me.
I can see you being a blue collar
fire
guy.
alarm type man. Just the beard, like the big red over here.
I was much more of a drywaller. It's like smoke weed all day, mudding and taping. So I wasn't hanging. So I was just making shit look pretty all the time. That was beautiful. But sanding was Trash.
Yeah, that seems cool. I got like a stupid work from home job, and I'm over it. I've been doing it for 5 years, and I can't.
It sucks. Like I can't complain about. You know what I mean? Like I mean, you can.
You can complain, but like I mean, you know,
right.
Like if you got to do it all the time, you might as well enjoy it. And like, I don't enjoy just sitting down.
No, I would so much rather be up and move. Like I painted my parents' house a couple summers ago, and dude, I fucking loved that.
Yeah,
just take some edibles, just fucking zone out, listen to fucking pot music, just fucking painting.
It's so it's not like you're on a time crunch. You're just fucking
right. In fact, you're incentivized to kind of take the time.
It seems like the key is just being high at work.
You gotta get construction. Construction's wild.
Great.
It's just all fucking either reformed or current drug addicts.
Yeah.
It's like no one's that's just a normal person.
Yeah. Right. Well, because I don't know if you Casey does clamming, and he was telling me the other day, he was like, yeah, like, you know, a lot of people do clamming, there's just vicious alcoholics. Yeah. He was telling me like there's guys where all they do is just drink all day, but they're moving around so much it like seems to never fuck up their liver, just because there's always like stuff's just going through their just constantly churning. And it's just like the tone was just like, isn't that neat? It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, combat alcoholism with activity.
Yeah.
Just constantly moving. Just keep yourself moving.
Because
you can drink as much as you want.
This is what I do all day.
Yeah.
Is this.
You know, we're doing it.
This is it right now. It's like, Mom, what am I at work? I'm at work right now.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, it's like I feel like I can't, because Casey getting up at 3 a.m. in the morning digging clams, you know.
Not every day though. It's like whenever low tide is.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
but actually I did want to get back to train stuff. My favorite train guy that I've seen is we were living in Chicago, and we were taking one of the train lines like a long ride, and this dude is selling cocaine on the train car.
Was this on the way to Andy's?
Exactly.
Okay,
we're on our way to our friend's girlfriend's place for a party, and I overhear this guy. I'm just like listening in on the cocaine deal, and so he like sells the guy a bag. He's like doing a little test line, and the guy pours it out on his cell phone, like the dealer's phone, and then he gets a text, so it lights up, and it's just his background is a picture of his daughter. So I just hear the guy that's buying go like, "Oh, it's a real cute key." He's like, "Oh, thank you, man. It's actually her birthday right now." And then you just hear like, "Well, happy birthday."
There's not one part of him that's like, "Huh, maybe I should be there."
I mean, honestly, he's probably being like, "Daddy's working right now.
Daddy's busy
getting her gifts for her birthday right now."
How do you think this party fucking happens? How do you think's paying for the ice cream cake right here?
How do you think the Mountain Dew gets to you for your birthday?
Just thinking about the guy buying it, be like, "Hey, that's a really cute kid."
Yeah,
like, "Hey, thanks, man. Start the drugs."
I really made a
difference
difference
to sell me fentanyl. You know, he's got a kid. He cares.
That is a nice background to have as a drug dealer. You know, this guy wouldn't do that to me. He has a family.
Also, yeah. That is the key. Is like I feel like everyone I know, especially in college, who like buy drugs, I'd always be like, my dealer. No, I trust my dealer. He would never do that to me.
He would never.
What is he going to do? Make money off me? He'd never sacrifice my health to make money.
No.
He's a drug dealer.
He wants me to keep coming back.
Yeah, we text.
We're friends.
Yeah,
he gives me friend prices. I pay $80 for an eighth.
Yeah, because we're pals.
We're pals. It's a good deal.
Hook up.
Yeah,
it's a good fucking deal.
I used to live with this dealer in college, and there was at least 8 to 12 people who were just taking advantage of him because like he really wanted friends. So there'd be guys that just like they basically lived at my apartment, and then I would overhear them being like, "Yeah, I don't really like him that much, but like he gives me free drugs the longer I stay here." I was like, "Dude, just
that's a bummer.
Get better."
Just don't sell drugs if you're like that. I think that's if you need friends.
Yeah,
selling drugs it's like a quick fix.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's funny to think of the quick fix in drug dealing as getting friends.
I'm not doing this for the money.
Yeah, the high is great, but eventually the friends will leave you.
It's sitting in a fucking like crack house. Like, look at me and all my friends.
My buddies.
Well, there was like one day where I like hit my limit because I fucking hated this guy just because he had like, you know, like junkies over all the time, and like he would leave and go to class, and then I'd walk out of my living room. There'd just be 8 people that I don't know in there.
I'd be like, fucking dead.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd just be like, guys, like you need to go, and they're like, oh, well, he said we can stay. I'm like, he's not here. Get out,
please leave.
Yeah, and then they're like, well, we're just gonna go hang out in the lobby until he comes back. I'm like, that's fine. Just get the fuck out of here. But fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it. Anyway, fuck that guy. But yeah, I hit my limit because I was like, it was real thin walls, and they were like, anytime a girl came over, he would just try as much as he could to impress them. And so like he'd just try to figure out what would impress them. So it's just like one day I'm just laying in my room like studying or something. I just hear like, do you want to see my gun? And I'm like, this is not good. And then I just overhear this like girl just being like, I've never held a gun before. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, don't hold it then. Yeah.
And would you believe it? He got robbed.
Yeah. The day, like 2 days before he got robbed, I just overheard some girl being like, what are you going to do if someone like breaks in and like tries to take your stuff? He's like, I'm going to handle it. And then he didn't handle it.
She probably had something to do. She saw that he was not serious. She was like, no, he's not going to handle it.
Probably. I never put that together, but I think you're right.
Yeah.
For real.
I'll handle it. She's like,
this guy's not going to
There were a couple people who, because like what happened was, I guess it was like,
sorry, real quick. I walked in there. I wanted to rob him. I saw like a fucking bag of like 500 Xanny bars. Like, I could just take this so easily. Sorry, I had to be
but
a lot of Xanny.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, they were not real. A guy made them in a bathtub at his mom's house.
A bathtub. Right. Yeah,
happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
I had taken one because I didn't know. So like I took one, and then immediately after the guy's like, "Oh yeah, like I make them in my mom's bath." It was like they're double stacked, so each one is 2 Xanax. And I was like, I just took 2 whole Xanax. And then, I think I woke up like 18 hours later.
So it was a good nap.
It was a really good nap. Yeah, I think
dude, in your mom's bathtub.
I know.
Was she in on that?
Me and my buddy.
I don't know. I don't think so.
During that era, me and my buddy had a job at like a donut shop, and he got hired there first. And I was giving him a bunch of shit because he showed up like an hour late for his first day. And then the night before my first shift, I took some Xans and then like just fell asleep and accidentally forgot to set my alarm. Show up to work 2.5 hours late. I was talking so much shit, and then here I am, just can't handle having a job.
Xans one time, and man, I'm glad because I was never felt better in my entire life. It was just like I was just so happy. I didn't take too much where I was like all like right. I was just like, oh.
Dude, it feels good.
It fucking
feel good.
All your inhibitions gone.
Yeah.
Like, it was people ruin their lives.
Yeah, you see dudes who got addicted to it. It's tough.
Yeah. And honestly, I was reading a study, and like people who did it long term have like severe brain damage. Like it really
makes sense.
Like, the withdrawals.
I know some guys
quitting it. Well, it could kill you. Like the withdrawals could literally kill you. It's like worse than heroin, apparently.
Yeah, it's like that. Heroin and alcohol are the ones that can, if you get off them, you could die.
Right.
Alcohol is fucking crazy. That if you are that bad of a drinker, like you'll have a seizure and fucking die.
That's so fucking cool. Like how much are those guys drinking every day?
It has to be a lot. I drank, so I did dry January for like 18 days. And December, I was fucking drinking. Yeah. Like I was drinking a lot.
Yeah.
No seizures. No,
there you go.
I drank a lot.
I feel like you really got to fucking, you really got to put in some work.
Like a fifth a day, like more. I don't know. Like that's.
You ever see that guy World of T-shirts on TikTok? Dude. You know that guy Joshua Blah? It's this guy who he's on the spectrum, like for sure. Like he's got something going on. But I guess like actually another guy who lost his mom, but he lost his mom.
Oh, hey, Dead Mom Gang.
Us and Josh Blah. Yeah, he just started drinking, and then he started doing like tours of New York City. Like he'll run walking tours, but it's basically just this like very on the spectrum guy, drunk off his ass, giving you like a shitty walking tour of New York. But somehow that got him like TikTok famous.
Okay.
So they basically just funded his drinking for the last like 5 to 6 years, and like he's dying like soon. Like he's like I think he's my age. I think he's like 27. Like he's gonna die soon
because his followers are paying for him to drink.
Yeah, literally.
He'll get hospitalized, and then like 8 hours later, live streaming himself drinking again.
Yeah,
I mean it's suicide.
Yeah, he wears like a ship captain's hat, and he likes to sing, but he's got like a fun voice. He's kind of like he'll be like, "I'm not an alcoholic. I've been drinking all day."
That's pretty good.
It's pretty
There's been dialing in this impression for a little bit.
Yeah, there's another TikTok account that all they do is just track like calories, money, like BAC of him like throughout the day, like by just watching his streams. And, like it's crazy
dedicated to his drinking habit.
Well, it's like fucked up. Like it's like this dude killing himself because of social media, and then social media is just watching him do it and like egging him on, and like now people like bully him on the street.
Oh yeah,
it's like look it up.
Yeah,
like later. It's
Has
really
he
interesting.
made like a shit ton of money off of this?
He loves to remind people of that.
Yeah,
he's like, I make $400,000 a year.
Yeah, he'll travel to like Costa Rica just off money from being like paid to drink. Basically. Yeah.
His rehab would do numbers on TikTok.
I don't see. That's the thing that sucks is like I feel like those people like once you try to stop, like they don't want to see that. Like even
he's not killing himself anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Well, like I was like when I was flying back from Oregon, I was talking. I was talking with this bartender about it, and we were talking about comedy, and he was saying how like if Shane Gillis stops drinking, like he might be fucked. Like if he stops being the guy that drinks like 15 beers.
No, I think I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But like I feel like it's if you're not cognizant of it, but you could rebrand.
Yeah, but I mean if he rebrands to be like, I'm sober now. Kind of sucks.
Dad had a heart attack. Pretty gay.
Yeah, I mean, it would be easier if anyone's going to fucking rebrand, it would be him. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But that does bring up a good point of like, if that's your shtick.
Yeah, I mean, that I think it's just kind of like, there's a truth that people don't want to accept where it's like, you can be the guy that does that, but it's like, eventually you have to stop. I think people don't want to see that reality being like, oh yeah, I was that guy. Now I had to stop or I will die.
But I feel like, people are kind of turning towards sobriety kind of in general, so I think it could be like, hey, maybe I should, get it together too.
But that's not fun to watch in a comedy special is my thing where it's like, that's not like I think people will kind of like naturally be like, oh fuck, like I got to chill on the drinking. Like, let me watch
Shane gave up.
Yeah.
Shane gave up.
Fuck. If the young bull gave up.
What am I doing?
What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Now keep the party going, dude.
Yeah, let it ride,
come on,
baby.
Never let the party die.
Never let it die.
Hey, you know what? In the spirit of that, you might have another one of those White Claws.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, brother. And thank you, man. Yeah. We gotta step up our hosting.
I thought you were saying drinking.
No, we do need to drink more.
All right, you gotta take care of this. Oh, there we go.
Hell yeah, boys.
Thank you, sir.
We're sponsored. We're sponsored by White Claw. But so I feel like I've heard it kind of in passing. So like you and Buzz started doing comedy together, right?
Yeah,
nice.
We did Free Street the first night ever.
I remember that.
Yeah. August of 23. We were gonna do Brendan's class.
Okay.
Because Paul had done it. And obviously, me and Paul knew each other for a long time because he dated my mom.
Hell yeah.
And so I saw Paul randomly at a bar, and he was like, I did this class. You should check it out. Here's this fucking information. And I told Buzz, because he's always talked about comedy, and he was like, fuck that, dude. $250? What are you, an idiot? Let's just go to an open mic.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I took the class, but like, for sure.
I think there's definitely some things that I could have learned faster taking the class. Like it took me months to learn what I could have learned in like a couple of weeks of doing the class. But that first open mic was tough. I did an Indian accent at the end. And yeah, I think Leah was hosting. And no one signed up first. I was like, why is no one signing up first? And she's like, you should do it.
Damn. That's mean, dude. I would have told you. It's the tougher spot to do.
And then to end, my ending joke was an Indian accent, talking about, I think an Indian person singing Getting Jiggy With It would be hilarious. And then did the
show me the lie, dude. Show me the fucking lie.
Okay. Yeah.
Did Leah flame you for that or
yeah, so but dude, loved it so much. Even with like that ending that I revisited that joke recently. Like
bring it back, bro.
Hell yeah.
Bring it back. What? No, I used to do a bit about I used to do a bit about because like my ex I don't know if I should do this, but with my ex, like, she talks and she sounds like a normal like sorority girl, any white girl, but then she'll call her parents and like she puts on the accent,
Wasn't she speaking doesn't she speak a different language when she talks to her parents?
But the accent will still be because like they'll speak English and then we'll still have the accent where they're saying the English words.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I was like, okay, so we agree. So you do sound like that,
dude. When I was younger, my mom worked for some like medical place where they were like shipping parts, and this Indian guy calls up one day and it was like, is Beatrice Stebbins there? With the accent. And I responded, yes, she is. Hold on one second, in the accent. Because I thought maybe telemarketer.
Yeah,
and I gave it to her and she was like, can you be right now? And I was her boss. It was her boss.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The medical shipping place. I was like 12 years old and I was just like,
oh, so
were you in
that's
trouble?
why?
Did you get in trouble?
So is that why they
no.
they
No,
killed your mom?
yeah, she was cool. My mom was
really?
fucking cool.
My dad would
man.
have beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah, my dad was. So they were divorced. So
okay.
she didn't tell him about that, which was very nice. I appreciated that.
She didn't say that when she dropped you off.
Yeah.
There was
Your son is racist.
there was one time we were kids. I don't know what the job was, but our mom was applying or interviewing for a job at Hershey Park, and while she was interviewing, it was like, oh yeah, we do this thing every month where we give everyone a huge bag of candy. So she just came home from like a job interview one day with like an entire trash bag of candy, and I just remember being like, you have to take this job.
I think she refused that job specifically because it was going to make her sons fat.
Well, she gave away like all the candy, and then she was like, I didn't take the job, and I was like, I've never ever called my mom a bitch. That's the closest I ever came.
You were like,
well, you have destroyed this family.
we will never forgive
We
you.
could have had the newest candy. You fucking
I could have had cookies and cream Hershey bars.
Dude, I was worried about the Beatles.
I would have been 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Chocolate stains on your face to this day.
It's like, why is Pat doing blackface?
Dude,
He's just hungry.
So speaking of my mom, bro, I saw blackface. I saw a picture a couple years ago when I was like 6 years old. She dressed up as Whoopi Goldberg for Halloween.
Oh, no. Really?
And at 6 years old, oh my God, was this uncanny. She was Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, she looks just like her. And then I saw a picture and it's just her in blackface. I was like, holy shit. If she was alive, I'd be like, yo.
You could have canceled her.
Mom, you canceled,
my mom always wanted me to do, I do like a fun like reggaeton voice.
Oh,
and
you
my
do
mom like begged,
That's good,
at the Nick is Cute roast, I did a
you
little
busted
bit of
it
it.
out?
And I was like, Mom would be so proud.
Yeah.
I'm like, big up, rude boy.
Was she a super funny lady?
So funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck
She
Very
was
silly. Very silly lady.
very silly lady.
One of my favorite memories of her was there was one time like she was always like the good cop. Like my dad's like kind of the bad cop. My mom was a good cop. There was one time she got really, really pissed off. I don't know what we did, but she was like, go to your rooms. And then she like sends us to her rooms and then she's like in the kitchen cooking and like she's just kind of like yelling at us while we're in our rooms. And she's just like, things are going to change around here. There's going to be different rules. We're going to have more structure around here. And then she goes like, there's a new sheriff in town and her name is Katie. And then just like a second later, she just starts laughing, and then we all just start laughing.
There's a new sheriff in town.
And her name, but it's just somebody to be like we wouldn't know who the new sheriff was. Oh, it's you. You're the new sheriff. Yeah. Oh wow,
What a lot. Even she knew. She was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
That
and
was,
she's like, all right, get out of your room.
We have
It
fun
was like
here.
you fucked up so much, we're not in trouble anymore.
when you first started telling her, I thought she sent you to her rooms and was just saying it like in the kitchen to make your dad think that she was scolding you.
Oh,
Oh, that's funny too. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, but there's a new sheriff in town.
It was definitely when I was a little kid. If I fucked, which I was a bad kid for a little bit, but if I fucked up, it was like, dude, when your dad gets home, he's gonna beat the fuck out of you.
7th grade? Is that when we were bad boys?
No, I was a bad boy like young. Like I think I got like in enough trouble when I was like 5 or 6, and it was more just like I was like a brat, and then it was like a few times I got like spanked or whatever. I was like, all right, I've figured it out.
Guess I'm done being a
We're
brat.
pretty good. Honestly, we're pretty good. Like I never like snuck out or anything, and I'd always like tell my parents, "Oh, I'm gonna sleep over at a friend's house and go to like a party or something," but then like sneak back into the house and never really got caught. I mean, we never really got in trouble. We were
Well,
like,
I was a nerd too,
Yeah,
so like, I would like play Dungeons and Dragons
Right.
and shit.
Yeah,
and
they're
then,
like, we're not worried.
yeah, we're not worried at all. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I remember.
We spanked the Satan out of you.
Yeah. Well, I remember I kind of like partied a lot in college, and I remember I was like I was doing my applications for college, and I was like typing them up, and I like overheard my parents in the other room being like, I don't know why Pat wants to go to Madison. It's not like he parties. And I was like, I'll show you guys.
Boy, I'll make you There's a new sheriff
and he's drunk.
Yeah, like any sheriff.
Right. Was your mom a pretty funny lady?
Oh, dude, hilarious, man. Yeah. She was a good like singer, and she played guitar and shit.
Nice. Ours was too. Good singer.
Yeah.
That's sick.
She's a great singer. Yeah.
One of my favorite memories of her is like one of my last experiences with her. I was playing baseball in the summer before she passed, and I stole one of those like seashell necklaces that was popular for like Abercrombie and Fish people.
Yeah. Nice.
And I'm wearing it at the game, and I come over to her, and she goes, "What are you wearing that seashell necklace for? You look like a fag." I was like, oh, my buddies were like, oh,
damn, dude, she fried you. Fucking flamed you.
Yeah,
dude.
she got me good, dude. Yeah, she was very, very funny. She used to eat, like, towards the end, she would eat brownies because she couldn't smoke weed, and she would just be out. And that was the time, sugar on my tongue, that that was really popular. And she'd just be out back all baked off. Sugar on my tongue.
So wait, this is before weed was legal in Maine, right? So your mom like had your mom had the
really?
plug. Your mom was fucking.
Well, she was making it at home, just homemade brownies. I didn't know. I ate one when I was 14 years old. I ate half of one because I was like, this is the worst brownie I've ever tasted in my life. And then just had a panic attack for fucking 4 hours.
Dude, I never tried brownies until I was about to like graduate high school. And you had like an old bag of them that you gave to me. So they're kind of like dry and crumbly. I remember I went to like a grad party and I was like, I don't really know how much it's supposed to take. So I just ate the whole bag. And then like 20 minutes later, I get a taste of it. Wait, whatever you do, don't eat the whole bag. And I was like, ooh, this is not going to be. And then I remember I was like sitting next to my friend. And I'm like, I ate the whole bag. And they're like, aren't you driving home later? And I was like, it'll be fine.
And that same batch, I took like just a little piece, I think I just licked the spoon from the batter. And then my mom took me to get sushi, and I'm just like, look, it's just like not even there. She didn't even know. My mom was very, very sweet, very like, she just always assumed that we were doing the right thing, like very kind of like naive a little bit. Like there was one night, so she was naive, and then there was one night she like caught on to it because it was like New Year's Eve. I'm like a junior in high school. I'm trying to party, and so I go to like my friend's house. And like my friend's dad was like kind of just like a piece of shit. So he called, but like I got him to call my mom and like literally just lie to my mom directly on the phone.
Damn.
Like, yeah,
Frank was like, yeah, dude, no,
we're gonna hang out.
I'd love
to have some parties. Because I was like trying to get her off my case because like I was gonna go to a party. She's like, oh, give me your friend's number so I can call and confirm. And so I gave him just like my buddy's cell phone number. And she calls. It was like, hey, I got a voicemail. It says it's Jacob. I want his mom's number. I'm like, oh, sorry, but mixed up.
They switched phones.
I don't know it. And she's like, oh, I found it on the phone book. I'm calling her right now. And then called her, and then she didn't answer. She's like, you're not staying over there until you get someone. So it's like, all right, I need a bad dad to lie to my mom. I need a bad father.
And you got one.
So I found him. He'd buy his booze and shit. Yeah,
bad dads are clutch.
They're the best.
You really do need one. You don't want to be your dad, but you need someone else's bad dad in the picture.
My dad was the no nonsense. You can't get away with anything. My dad should have been a detective, dude. That guy.
Oh yeah.
He knew what I was doing before I was doing it. It was fucking so infuriating. I couldn't get away with shit.
There was one time my dad caught me trying to steal beer when I was like from their fridge. Like they were having like a party. I think I was like a freshman in high school, and all I had to do was go down to the basement, get into the fridge, steal 3 beers for the 3 of us, me and Chris and our friend, and then get out of there. I get him out of the fridge. As soon as I close the fridge, my dad is right there, and he's like, "Oh, like, what do you like?" He just had no clue. So like, "Oh, like, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, these are warm, so I'm putting them back in the fridge." He just grabs it and goes, like, "These are ice cold." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then I just walk away.
Dad, I think I have nerve damage. I gotta go to the hospital.
The hands are weird.
And then afterwards, he's like, "Were you trying to steal beer?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Just try beer." And I tried it. I was like, "This tastes awful."
This is my favorite thing. I love making you drink.
Yeah.
God, beer was so bad the first few times, huh?
Right.
Now it's like,
hey, keep
you
it
really
coming.
had to want it at first.
Yeah. Honestly, no, I drink like sweets. I'm a sweet boy.
Sweet boy.
I'm a sweet boy. Yeah.
A little sugary boy.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, these are just like, these didn't come out till like right after I came out of college. These are way better because I don't want to have like 8 beers, you know?
No.
I'd rather have ate it.
I don't think he's got gluten. No gluten, right?
Yeah,
No gluten.
true.
Fuck gluten.
No calories, I think, or 100 calories.
He's not even 1 calorie.
I'm on a diet. I'm healthy.
I mean, dude, if they had an alcohol with no calories, people would be dropping like flies.
Oh yeah, that would not be good. But it's weird. I don't know. Just I guess I'm blessed, but I can drink as much beer as I want. Daddy's staying. Daddy's staying.
You look trim. You look good.
Skinny guy. Trim. Yeah.
I'm an inch away from being fat at all times. It will come. I'm one piece of cake away from
You're just on the cusp, dude. You're just edging right now.
Yeah. Take a bite.
Well, like, because Chris has always had like a better metabolism. Like me and my dad have like a real shitty, like slow metabolism, and so he's always been like, you gotta exercise a lot, you gotta eat right, or you will get fat as shit. And I'm like, okay. And then like Chris like dropped a bunch of weight when I was out in Oregon, and I was like, oh, well, what'd you do? He's like, I stopped going to McDonald's. I was like,
easy solution.
Done. That was the one thing.
Right.
And you're like on the cusp of looking like fucking Tim Allen. Every morning you're gonna wake up, you're like, am I Santa? What the fuck happened?
Shit, I didn't apply for this job.
Yeah.
Fuck. Heavy wears the crown.
That's right, dude. That's right. Well, hey, Garrett, do you got any topics for us today on this fine Mother's Day?
It's beautiful Mother's Day.
Yeah, we got some news stories to look into.
Yeah.
So I've got a few that we'll just kind of run into and feel free to discuss. But let me just share this first one.
Dude, when I watch the news right now, I feel like I'm like 7 seasons behind on a show.
I know. I'm avoiding it.
I don't know any of the important players.
No
I'm just
spoilers, please. Actually, I would love some spoilers. I really would love to know where this is going.
Like a nice recap video.
We got this first one. Jail enters lockdown after convicted killer goes missing for 12 hours. Then cops realize they forgot him at the courthouse. Wait, he looks exactly like the guy from Saw.
Oh my god,
Garrett, can you look up Jigsaw? Tobin Bell Saw.
Yes. Yeah, that's uncanny.
That's crazy how much he looks like him. Do you ever see that Saw movie where they do a flashback and they just have him as he is with a backwards hat to show that
he's young now?
He's young now. Yeah, dude, he looks a lot like him.
Yeah,
looks like
that's crazy.
Pissed if I turned around in his driveway.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
he loves the castle doctrine. He's a big fan of that.
I mean, that is a bit of a faux pas to forget the guy at the courthouse.
Yeah. Everyone's just out of the courthouse. He's sitting there like,
yeah. I mean, there probably one guy was supposed to get him and forgot and was like, "This will probably blow over.
It'll be fine."
He was in the car on the way home, like, "Oh no,
fuck."
Are you this fucking helpless?
Yeah.
You were just going to sit there?
Yeah. Well, I imagine they like drive past McDonald's like, do you want it? Fuck.
You ever been to jail? You ever been in jail?
I've been arrested and I've never been to like I've been overnight, but not like
overnight.
We're going to send you days.
Okay. Still though, that's
yeah, overnight was fun. The craziest one was Lewiston. So it wasn't an overnighter, but it was just like missed a court date for not proving insurance. And then I proved that I did have insurance through the state. But for some reason, the state and the court systems don't fucking talk to each other. So I still had to go to the court date. Didn't. Anyway, I get arrested in Lewiston. And I walk in and there's this woman headbutting the little glass on her cell, just going,
Lewiston seems like a tough one to go to.
The Bam Bam chair. The
cop was really nice though, because I'm getting arrested. I'm like, hey man, can I use your cell phone to call my girlfriend so she can come bail me out? And he just looked at me like I was an idiot. And then I'm like in the vehicle and he's like, what's her number? You could just tell it was just a dumbass and like not a threat. So I got out pretty quickly, but they brought me into like the little holding area and Shawshank Redemption was playing on like PBS or something.
Come on.
Like,
change the channel. Anything else.
A little bit of hope, yeah.
Please.
Andy Dufresne.
Well, I guess I can't say I've been to jail because mine was just like an overnight kind of or not even overnight. Was it overnight? Oh my God, it was overnight. But just like in a holding.
Yeah,
holding
you
cell
don't
kind
sleep.
of thing. No. Tried to. I got yelled at they gave us like a lunch bag, and I tried using I ripped up the bag and tried to use it as a sleep mask because I couldn't sleep. I got fucking yelled at for that shit.
Were they worried about you killing yourself or something?
No, they're just like, don't make yourself comfortable, I guess. I don't know. They just love to control you. I don't know why they do
always
that.
criminal. You fucking criminal.
You criminal scum.
You violated the law.
But dude, honestly, you know what's funny is, so I've told the story a million times, but got arrested on my way to a music festival, right? So I wanted to save a ton of money like on the whole thing. So it's like, I'm going to pack up like cheap lunch meat, bologna, and then I fucking get arrested, bologna sandwiches, and then I get out of jail and all I have to eat that whole weekend's fucking bologna. Like, there's no escape.
Yeah. Dude, you showed me your mugshot from that?
Dude.
Holy Christ.
I look good.
You look good.
Dude. And the pictures, like my face when my mom asked how Electric Forest was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were like, oh, no.
Well, because I got arrested and I still went to the festival.
Yeah, because I remember I was getting like updates on what was going on. And so like when it first happened, I was like, telling my roommate, I think I have to drive to Michigan and bail Chris out of jail. And I was like, I guess I'll sell my TV and my Xbox. Like, I guess.
You were going to do that?
Yeah, I was like, I guess we got to get money to bail Chris out of jail. And then I found out that they were going to bail him out. But I remember like I was keeping my buddy Zach like apprised all the updates. And then I found out, I was like, oh, they got released. It was like an hour later. It was like, they're still going to the festival. And Zach was like, no, they're not. And I was like, yes, I guess like, they're fucking crazy.
Lightning can't strike twice.
Truly, I think I literally said that. I was like, dude, what am I going to get arrested again?
They wouldn't do that.
No way. And what's funny is because I wanted to get all my shit before we got to the festival just so I didn't have to worry about it. I'm like, I don't want to run around all day just looking for my tinctures and treats. But then, we set up camp after I get bailed out of jail, and then a guy literally just comes to our tent.
With everything
I got everything you need. Here's a test. I was like worried about, getting like fent or something. He's like, here's a test kit. I'll test everything right in front of you. Like literally everything I needed was brought directly to me.
He was like John Cena in that movie where he has all the fucking drugs.
Oh yeah.
Just did not need to get arrested.
I do.
Oh, sorry, just broke. There's a guy at the festival walking around going, "Shrooms, my limblo. I got shrooms, my limblo. I got shrooms, my limblo."
I knew this girl in college who I was actually right around when that happened. I was telling her what happened to you, and then she was like, "Oh, that sucks. That happened to my brother too." And I was like, "Oh, like, what happened?" And she was telling me that her brother was at a music festival, was on nothing, completely sober, was just like dancing. And then an undercover cop comes up to him and goes like, "Hey man, I'm trying to get some cocaine. Do you have any?" He goes like, "No, sorry man, I don't do any cocaine. If you want though, I'll help you find somebody." And just being a nice guy. And then so he's like taking this undercover cop around the festival to multiple people, and then finally finds a dealer. The cop arrests him, doesn't arrest the dealer. Just goes like, "Yeah, you were facilitating, like helping getting drugs, like you're going to jail."
What?
Yeah, and the guy's like, "All right, man, like that's a real party foul." And it's like it's ruined his life. Like it's not like completely, but it's like he went to college and now he like installs Windows or whatever. Like he can't. It completely fucked him.
Wait, he didn't get the charges dropped or anything like that?
No, he was old enough where it was like, I think he was like 26, 27. So they're like, yeah, no, like you're fucked. You're an adult. You're done.
God damn.
For just being a nice guy, dude.
Just literally
just being a good guy. Yeah.
Nice guys finish last.
Truly.
It's true. Sometimes they finish in a penitentiary.
Jesus Christ.
Dude,
on a napkin.
I would be so fucking mad, dude. Helping you out.
Yeah.
I'd want to kill that cop. Honestly.
Yeah, and then there's cops who are just like, how do people not like cops?
Right, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't
understand.
I don't
We're
understand.
pretty cool.
I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
It's like just going above and beyond to fuck some guy over, dude.
Yeah, just imagine like being in like intake or whatever. Like, what'd you do? It was like, I was just trying to be nice.
Literally just being
Some
nice.
guy wanted drugs. I was like, I'll help you.
Yeah, man.
Look.
Not my thing, but whatever.
Right.
It's the fact that he was sober too. It's even worse.
Right. He was totally sober. Not
Yeah.
anything.
I mean, maybe he was drunk, but like wasn't doing anything illegal.
Yeah.
And then, but like, I don't know. I guess he's just a nicer guy than me because I kind of be like, nah, man, sorry. And then if he was like, can you help me find somebody? I'd be like, no.
Right.
Dickhead.
What are you 5 years old?
I do love seeing those videos where it's like people clearly tell that they're a cop. So someone will be like, hey, wait, do you have anything? But like, sorry, officer, I don't have anything for you.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not an officer. It's like, okay, yeah.
Sure, pal.
Have a nice day, officer.
Yeah. Okay.
I accidentally narked on my when I was 19. I worked at Rite Aid, and we used to buy alcohol from the Getty. I went in there when I was I had a big beard and I shaved everything but my Fu Man shoe and put on a sweater vest with nothing on underneath and pajama pants and went into the Getty and put down like 640s. And from that point, they didn't question it. And then I was buying booze there. And I worked at Rite Aid. Some guy came in and was like, hey, here's my 30 rack. And I was like, you have your ID? He's like, no, I don't. I was like, I literally can't sell to you. I need this $6.25 an hour. But if you go to the Getty in Biddeford, you should be good. And he walked back in like 5 minutes later and was like, all right, you guys passed your sting operation.
But the Getty.
I ratted the Getty out about selling underage to this guy. And then they got bops 2 weeks later.
That sucks.
I was a narc. Damn. Was just trying to be a nice guy.
Right? Just trying to help.
I was that guy.
Me and my friends got fake IDs when we were in college, and it's a dumb point of pride, but I'm the every one of us got 2 copies just in case one got taken away, and I'm the only one of my friends who still has both of their copies.
What?
Didn't get a single one taken away.
What?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Had some close calls. I took it out at the airport one time, and then really quickly realized, well, because what I do is like I didn't want to be at the bar like digging through my wallet to find the ID, because like that's not how you find your ID. So like if I went to bars with it, I would swap it out. But a lot of times like it'd be in college, so we'd go out, get fucked up, and then fly home the next day. So like I'd have it in my ID slot, and then it was like hungover, go to the airport the next day. They're like, hey, can I see your ID? I'm like reaching out. I'm like, never mind. Sorry. Like really quick.
This one's on fire.
Sorry. There you go.
Don't say anything.
I was like, I would have been in big trouble.
Yeah.
Truly.
Was it a good fake? Did it look like
It was terrible. It was a dog shit. We took the photos ourselves at the dining hall across the street, and we got them shipped over from China. And so the whole appeal was we were supposed to be able to scan them, and they'd scan it under our name. That was like the big thing, was like, because just then like bartenders started like scanning them, and mine scanned under like all just Chinese characters in like a different name. Yeah. So I could only go to like the shitty bars and like liquor stores and everything. But all you had to do was just be confident, honestly. Yeah. When we got them, I went with our buddy Jacob to like a store. And we got him from Illinois, because like that was just the best state to get him from, in Wisconsin. And he was checking out. I was with him, and then the guy just goes like, "Oh, Illinois." And he's like, "What's the capital of Illinois?" And our friend was just like, he's just like thinking for a while. The guy's just like, just get out of here.
Fuck out of here.
He's like, it's not Chicago.
Yeah, and then like I was like, it's fucking Springfield.
You hand him the same exact ID, basically. Yeah. I know.
Let's try this.
But yeah, I do like a bit about it. But I went to a bar one time, and then there was a bouncer who clearly knew it was a fake. And what they told us to do was like put your address so you remember it, but in just like a different town. So I put mine in Rockford, Illinois. And all I knew was just like, I just have to memorize this address, but remember this, Rockford, Illinois. And the bouncer's like, what's the next town over? And the only fact I'd memorized was it's an hour away from Chicago. So I was like, it's an hour away from Chicago. He's like, no, what's the next town over? And I was like, it's an hour away from Chicago. He's like, this is fake. And I'm like, no, it's not. He's like, this is fake. And I'm like, yeah, it's fake. It's fake. He's like, how old are you? And I go, 19. He's like, get on in there.
Oh, wow. What a bro.
Yeah. He was just like, I don't care if you're 21. I just care if you're honest with me. You gotta have a code in this life.
That's right.
Yeah, when I turned 21, I was so pumped to finally buy alcohol legally. We went to the New Hampshire liquor store. We were headed into a college party, and put down 230 racks, a bunch of booze. And he was like $72.83. And I was like, what? He didn't ID me. It was my 21st birthday, and he didn't ID me. I came out there so defeated. And they're like, what's wrong? I was
man.
Like,
why don't you ID me?
I'm trying to savor this moment.
Yeah, I was like, finally.
What, you tell me I look like shit? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Should we do the news story?
Oh yeah, Garrett, you got another one for us?
Yeah, here's one from Wisconsin. If you guys want to read that headline, and then I'll explain.
Oh, Reedsburg.
Jesus Christ.
The Dirty Burg. A woman who disappeared from Wisconsin more than 6 decades ago has been found safe. Great. Too little, too late. 62 years ago, Audrey Beckenberg disappeared from a small city in south central Wisconsin after reportedly hitchhiking with her family's babysitter and catching a bus to Indianapolis. Nobody even knew where she went or what happened to her. And they didn't look, apparently. They didn't even try to find her. Well, all that changed last week when she was found alive and safe in another state, thanks to the fresh eyes from a deputy who took over the case in February. Probably sounds like she just wants to be left alone. I don't think
so this was all intentional on her part.
For sure.
You don't say.
Yeah, you should be allowed to disappear. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, happy Mother's Day. We found you.
Oh, that must have sucked when someone was like, "Hey, aren't you?" And she's like, "Oh,
God damn it!"
She's just trying to go grocery shopping.
I lived a good life.
I can't go to Walmart without getting
Did she have kids?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty
situation.
Important distinction.
I do not believe so.
Damn,
that would be tough to find. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, how do you even disappear these days?
I feel like it's pretty hard to disappear.
Well, it's been 60 years.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
It was much easier back when she did it. And how did they even, like, they saw her and they're like, that kind of looks like.
Well, funny, I saw a news story. I guess it's not really news, but it was something on social media where apparently there was this woman in Colorado who was going around like jogging. And then while she was jogging, she would just take a shit in public and then just keep going. And she kept shitting on some family's lawn and they couldn't find her. Like they went to the public, they're like, please help us identify this shitting woman. And they couldn't figure out who it was. It was like, could you imagine like just taking, like, imagine you run down this street, you take a shit and you're like, I'm going to get away with this.
Right.
This is the same house she should have. Like, what did they do to her? What did they?
They don't know, but it's like apparently the police are like pleading to the public, like, help us find this woman who
will not stop shitting. So monitor every Taco Bell.
Yeah. Well, they had 2 pictures of her on CCTV, but it's like side of her face. So, I mean, I guess if you can evade the police after shitting everywhere, you can disappear.
For 60 fucking years. Oh my God.
I feel like at that point, it's like, I don't even want to see you. you know, like
you're gone for you've been 2 states over.
Right. Yeah. Where was she found, Garrett?
In Indiana.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That seems like a place where you can disappear.
Right. No one love her. No. Damn.
What the hell is in Indiana?
I've only been
imagine disappearing and going to Indiana. What the fuck?
I think the only time I've been to Indiana is so it's right. We used to live in Chicago, and it's like right over like the bridge is, you know, like you go right in Indiana. And I was staying with a friend. We went to a bar in Indiana to get like fucked up. And I remember I think between the two of us, we spent just like $100 on booze, which in Indiana is a lot because it's the fucking Midwest. And so we were just hammered. And then she was like, I'm good to drive back to my apartment. So she drives us back. But there's like a DJ playing. And it was like the night of, we're like, this is the best DJ we've ever seen in our entire fucking life. And it was like DJ like Showtime or whatever. And
what did he play?
Just normal bar. It was just a completely normal bar.
Like, this is the greatest DJ we've ever seen.
It was like a Tuesday night too. So I remember like we got done and she was like, we got to go talk to him. And so we just go, we're just fucking hammered, just being like, you are so fucking good at DJ. And then he's
what
like,
are you doing here?
He like gives us a business card. And then I remember like I woke up the next morning, I looked at him, I'm like, this guy sucks.
Do you still have the business card?
No, there's no way. It was something like that. Just some completely generic bar DJ, and we're like, you are incredible.
Yeah. Booze, man, that'll do it.
That'll get you dancing.
No, didn't even dance. Just sat there appreciating,
just sitting around, not even dancing.
Literally, we're just sitting at a table, just
hear
looking
that transition.
Over.
Oh my God!
I mean, what was that? A fade?
Damn.
I did hear a transition from a DJ. I follow one of the like DJ. Like, look at this transition. And it was the and on and on and on. It goes on and on and on. Then it was like, it goes on and on.
Okay.
And just white people were levitating in the crowd.
Their eyes roll back.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Oh, dude, one of the best. We went to our family went to a Jimmy Buffett concert and just like walking and you see like moms like hitting fucking beer bombs, playing like DMX.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It was great, man. I'm so
it's,
glad
it's one of those nice things where it's like you kind of go into something being like, I'm going to enjoy this ironically, and then they're like, never mind, I'm just going to enjoy this.
I'm just really having a great time.
You were ironic for like 2 minutes, and you're like, never mind.
Right. Well, I was like, I'm going to go to the Jimmy Buffett concert. It's going to fucking suck. I'm going to get a T-shirt, and I got in there. I was like, this actually rocks.
What was like the best concert that you had low expectations for, and ended up being just fucking unbelievable?
God, man, I go in with such high expectations for every concert.
Yeah. I saw the Lonely Island once at Bonnaroo. I thought I was gonna be disappointed by it because like, I loved these guys when I was like in middle school or whatever. Like, it's not gonna totally met the hype, dude.
Really,
they're fucking awesome.
Did they bring out JT?
Great. No, they did not bring out JT. Oh man, no, that would have been. They brought out Chris Parnell though.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, Michael Bolton Skyped in as well.
Michael Bolton Skyped in.
Yeah,
damn, that's pretty sick.
Zoom called in.
Yeah, I mean, I think my greatest concert memory is Wu-Tang.
You saw Wu-Tang?
Yeah, back when they were at the State Theater.
At the State Theater?
Dude, Cypress Hill's coming.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
Hits on the fucking bong, baby.
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah, I started the smoke session at Wu-Tang in the bathroom.
Nice.
It was beautiful. I was like in the bathroom, like, fuck this, lit up, and it was just like blunt, cigarette, joint, fucking fentanyl. It was just so amazing. Everyone was like, this guy's doing it, we're all doing it. And I was like, hell yeah. Wu-Tang forever.
Oh, Wu-Tang's for the
dude,
people.
I saw, I think it was A$AP Ferg, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it was... yeah, I forget who it was, but like, but I was like, we were pre-gaming beforehand, and this girl, like, she just had like a bunch of dabs, and like, she's like, just do as much as you fucking want. And I had gotten just so unbelievably fucking like, my friend described it as like, I'd never seen someone lose control so quickly. Like,
dabs will do
not
that.
a person, and like walked to the show, and then like, I think maybe 2 songs in from the opener, I'm like, I can't do this. I leave. Go. I go to the diner and order like a bunch of pancakes, and then I fell asleep we're waiting for the pancakes, and then eventually I wake up. I get my pancakes, like they've been sitting there for like an hour. I grab them. I go back home, and then they're like my roommate.
Take these to go.
My roommate is hanging out in the living room with some girl, so I'm like, oh fuck, like. And so my roommate's in the living room. My other roommate is in my room. So I just don't say a word to him and just lock myself in his room. Just eating my pancakes.
That rocks.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Holy fuck.
Oh, I believe we've hit an hour.
Oh, have we hit an hour?
I believe we've indeed hit an hour.
Right.
Well, hell yeah.
Time flies with you boys.
Dude,
it did. It
thank
was
you
a fun
so much
time.
for
Yeah,
doing that, man.
I
really appreciate it.
Do you have anything you want to plug? Any shows or anything like that?
I do. You're on the next show.
Right.
May 17th, we have Ben Chadwick headlining our show.
Great comic.
We got a feature act that is like no other. Pat Nugent, baby.
I'm excited. It's going to be
Hell
good.
Fucking yes. We got Andy Purley on the show. We got Amanda Favreau on the show. Paul Roy, Buzz Gordon will be hosting. And then May 31st, we have Twan Wood coming from New York. He's going to be headlining. He's
nice. I met Twan. He's great.
He's a stud. He has a really good sense of humor. I love that dude.
Yeah.
So we got some shows coming up. Comedy Mill, Instagram. All the stuff. Follow us on OnlyFans. Let's go, boys.
Let's fucking go, dude. Hell yeah.
What about you?
Okay, this Thursday, I'm at the comedy competition at Empire Comedy Club. Come to that. I will be doing my best. Friday, I'm featuring at Great Falls Comedy Club. And then Saturday, got the Comedy Mill. Very excited for that. It's going to be good.
Hell yeah, brother. And I'm at the Cheskine on May 28th.
Hell yeah.
Kind of a slow week for me.
That's okay.
But that's okay. Well, hey, this has been Confidently Wrong. Thank you so much. And goodbye.
Yeah, get home safe. Happy Mother's Day.
We always say get home safe at the end of the pod.
Oh, fuck, we forgot that.
Confidently Wrong is a Barn Boys media production hosted by Chris and Pat Nugent, produced by Garrett Morris. If you'd like to support this podcast, please visit our Patreon. New episodes out every Wednesday, baby. Happy Mother's Day. Call your mother.
Call your mother.
Call your mother. Call your mother. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.